What's up, YouTube? It's TJ Lawton here. Today I've got a little bit of a different video for you. We're not going to go inside Ableton and do anything technical today, but I was browsing Reddit recently and I've noticed that people are saying, there's people out there who say stuff like, I just haven't made any music in months or even years. Like, it's not that they can't finish it, it's that they don't even start. They don't even open Ableton. They just feel too much resistance and I'm guilty of this. I've done this several times over my 10-year career making music. And so today I want to just show a quick tip of like how I get out of that. And this is gonna be something that's so simple, and you're probably gonna be like, oh, I've heard this before. But if you're not trying this stuff, then you only have yourself to blame because this has worked for me several times. And I've taken big gaps where I haven't opened Ableton for like 18 months. I start doing this, and then within 2 weeks I'm making tracks again. Um, so what we're going to talk about is just having a goal and having tasks and having it written down somewhere. So all it really is task and list keeping and coupling that with micro habits. For me, when I was like thinking, oh, I should make music, but I was like, oh, but I can't be asked. It's too much effort. I feel too much resistance inside me, like in my stomach area is usually where I feel it. I wouldn't even open up Ableton because it would seem like an insurmountable task. But then I get into the idea of micro habits, and the thing with micro habits is you sort of want to do just the smallest amount possible. That resistance doesn't seem so bad. Like, let's say you're someone who wants to work out. You don't work out till you don't go to the gym. You're like, right, well, I want to work out, but the idea of going for a 5K run or going to the gym for an hour and a half just seems so much, like it just seems like too much. I'm not going to do it. However, can you dedicate and commit yourself to doing one push up every day? Because if you can do one push up, then you're in a good place. And this isn't about, because you might be thinking, well, how's that going to get me in shape? One push up isn't going to get me in shape, but it starts building the habit. It starts building a trigger. So for me, when I wasn't making music for 2 years and I started wanting to get back into it, I just used a list, like an online list builder, and I'll show you what I'm using in a sec. So these idea of micro habits, they allow you to get into the habit of doing something, even if it's not that significant. So like saying one push-up is not a lot, but if you can do that for 30 days, eventually you're going to be doing a push-up every day without even thinking about it. It's going to become second nature. And then naturally you're going to start doing more on top of that. So what I did is I just said like, hey, can I open up Ableton? Can I drag in one of the sounds that come with Ableton? I'm not going to create anything from scratch. I'm just going to drag in a sound or drag in a drum rack. I'm just going to make a beat. It takes literally like 20 seconds, 2 minutes. And then that's it. That's all I have to do. And then I do that. Then after about a week of doing that, it's like, okay, cool. I'm spending more time in the door. I'm making grooves, and then maybe I'm like, oh, maybe I'll add a bass line, or maybe I'll add a little melody, or maybe I'll structure it out and make a 16 bar instead of an 8 bar. It slowly starts to snowball. The other thing I would say is link it to a trigger. So I'd always try and do it at the same time of day after something's happened. So for me, it's like after I've had my dinner, I sit down at the computer and make music. That for me is a trigger. So as soon as I've eaten now, it's like it's time to make music. I don't have to look at the list anymore. I can just say like it's time to make music because I've trained my brain through neuroplasticity to just do that thing. So I'll show you the software I'm using. It's something called Habitica. I thought it's pretty cool because it has like you can level up your character as you do your habits and stuff like that. But honestly, I don't really give a shit about that anymore. I just use the list. I've got quite a few things on my list, but when I first started this list, all it was gratitude journaling, work on music, a daily walk and meditation. Then over time, I started adding things like read my book, ear training, listen to music, active listening to music, making a YouTube video, which I'm doing now, and then take supplements and stuff, which is, personal stuff. But yeah, you just come in here and you just click it. And then what I do is I make this page, my home page. I see it all the time, so it's constantly reminding me. And like there's like this weird thing when you write something down, it's no longer in your head, it's like out in the world, and you have to kind of like, your brain's like, oh, we have to tick this box. Because it really bugs me if I don't tick these boxes every day. Even if I don't feel like doing it, I'll do it because it's there. And then after a while, like for example, all these ones that have like 45 times I've done it plus, I don't even have to think about those ones anymore. They've built, that's the habit built. I just do it automatically and just tick it off. And then over time, those other ones will build up a habit and stuff like that. And eventually it just becomes second nature. That's the biggest piece of advice I can get you if you're in a musical rut, if you're stuck, and if you're like not even opening the door or anything like that, feeling too much resistance. I recommend this. It's worked for me every single time. It does require a bit of willpower and a bit of like dedication to actually do it, but if you really want it, then this is where I'd start. So I hope that's helpful. And it'd be great if you could like and subscribe, and because there's more content coming every day. And see you soon. Bye.